Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking. Jonah is my name. In today's tutorial, I will show you how to line a long skirt, which is popularly called slit in my country, Ghana. Stay tuned and let's get straight to the tutorial. Okay, so I'm using kente or any African print fabric of your choice. So I have 2 yards of the African print fabric and then about 3 yards of the lining. Okay, so we are now going to determine the length of the lining that we are going to be using to line the African print fabric. Now to do that, consider that of your full length of the skirt, which in this case is 38 inches. I'm going to add 2 inches for the loop that we are going to be passing around the waistline. So that 2 inches is what we are going to be using on the waistline like this. Okay, so 2 inches plus the 38 full length skirt measurement is going to give us 40 inches. So fold the down part of your ankara like this and then measure up to 40 inches like this. Okay, after you've achieved the 40 inches length after folding the down part of the ankara, you're going to determine where the lining is going to end on the African print fabric. Okay, so where the folding at the down part ends is where we are going to end with the lining. I hope I'm making sense. So like that self edge area like this here. So that is where the lining is supposed to end. So measuring that, I had 35 inches. So meaning we are going to have 35 inches for the lining um, that we are going to be using for the ankara. So we are going to put that aside and then determine the width of the ankara. Remember, I earlier said that the lining, the inches for the yard of a lining is lesser than that of the ankara. So we are going to measure that of the width of the ankara to determine the width that we are going to be using. We are going to be taking from the lining. Now measuring the width of the ankara, we had 35 inches for the width, 35 inches for the width. Okay, so remember this is on fold. So we are going to use that measurement, which is 35 inches for the yard of the ankara to cut that of the lining. Remember the length is also 35, so we are going to cut like a square piece since the length is 35 inches and then the width is 35 inches. So make sure that you fold your lining in such a way that you will have the width to be 35 inches. Mind you, I earlier said the inches for the lining is lesser than that of the inches for the African print fabric. So to determine that, make sure you fold it in such a way that you have 35 inches, which we had on the ankara fabric. I hope I'm making sense. So you're going to fold it in a square piece since it is 35 inches for the length and then the width. Okay guys, so now we have unfold a square piece of 35 inches for the lining, which you are going to use to line the African print fabric. Okay, now make sure that you turn the wrong side, you stitch on the wrong side of the African print fabric. So I'm going to place the lining together with the African print fabric like this. Put them together like this, and I'm going to use the self edge, which is about half an inch, to stitch it all the way down there. I'm going to use the self edge, which is half inch. Yeah, so I just took it to the same machine to stitch it down. Okay, so now that you've stitched the down parts, make sure you pull your lining upward. Put your lining upward like this and make sure it equalizes with the top self edge of the African print fabric, just as I'm showing you like this. And then come to the sides of the African print fabric. Fold it together like this. So this carefully, you'll be able to make this easy. So we are going to stitch the side and side with 1/2 inch as well. So I'll take it to the same machine and then stitch the sides. So this is it after stitching one side of it, and then the other side also. Just as I stitch the first side, I'm going to stitch this also as well with 1/2 inch. So that is also done. That is also done. Okay, so we've stitched the down part and then the side and side of it. Okay, now it's left with the top part. So I'll go ahead and leave about 5 or 6 inches gap, which I'll be using that to turn this to the right side of the fabric. So I'm going to mark that out about 5 or 6 inches, and then I'm going to stitch this down with also 1/2 inch all the way down, leaving that 5 or 6 inches gap, which we are going to use to turn it to the right side. So that is also done. This is simple, guys. This is very simple. So after that has also been done, I'm going to use that 6 inches gap that we left here to turn this to the right side of the fabric. Hey guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider clicking on the subscribe button, click on the like button, and then click on the notification bell so whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. And then to my old and new subscribers, I said thank you so much for holding me down. Alright, so now the 6 inches gap that we left at the end of it, I'm going to fold it in like this, then take it to the same machine and then top stitch it like this. Okay guys, so that is it after we top stitch it. So this is how it came out. This is it after top stitching it like so. So now I'm going to fold this together like this and then flat iron it. I'll try and open up the seams and then flat iron it to make it neat. Okay, so that's it. This is basically it. After ironing, you decide on what you're going to make out of it. If you're making a pencil skirt, that's up to you. If you are making 6 tacted or 6 corners skirt, if you are making whatever long skirts, which is popularly called slit in Ghana. Whatever you want to make this act of, then you use it for. Make sure you iron it to make it neat, to make whatever work that you're making come out beautiful. So this is basically how to line your long pencil skirt. Thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Yo, bye.